come together. You need to populate agendas, ideas, and things you think we need to discuss to avoid disruptions, to avoid confusion, and so many things. So many things. So, in order for everything to work towards you, you must play your role. And to play your role means to wake up on time and do the right thing. When you do the right thing, things work for you. Things works for you. But when you don't want to do the right thing, what do you expect? Oh, going live every time now and then is not an easy thing. Because sometimes you can be there alone. You're talking to people who are not there. You're talking to people who don't want to listen to what you're telling them. You're talking to people who are not willing to participate in whichever way. And eventually you end up being not what you want to be. Yesterday I watched Fox News and I was like, what is the president talking about? Mr. Trump saying they are following his ass. They want to come to White House to discuss, to negotiate the trade deals. What? Sometimes it's very difficult to understand Trump. He imposed 125% tariff hike on Chinese goods. Chinese counterattacked him and imposed 87%. Hey, will America survive? Because 70% of American goods, they are produced in China. This actually made me reevaluate myself. Our president saying that they are on his ass. Diplomacy, cautious language when you're holding that the highest office on earth. Maula pelata, hola, hola come, hola, 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 amigo, amigo. Argentina, I'm coming, Argentina. There's a song Madonna sang and said, don't cry for me, Argentina. Argentina, I'm coming. I love Argentina. I love Argentina so much. Argentina, Buenos Aires. I love your street food. I'll come back again. I love the culture. I love the way people treat each other. I love the respect I saw there. I love the way people, interact. Argentinians are good people. Hola, hola. But at all, Spain. Oh, you're in Spain. Where in Spain? Where are you? Madrid. I love Madrid as well. Spanish people are good people. They're nice people. Hola, hola. Secuento, secuento. Adios, adios, amigo, amigo. I don't know much of Spanish language, but I can boil water. Yeah, English or Spanish. English, 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 English. Finance Lima, Argentina, Espana, Maulo Pelarta. How are you? How are you? How are you? How are you this morning? How is Argentina? Argentina. I'll come to Argentina. I want to see what is going on in Argentina. The most peaceful country on earth in South America is Argentina. If you can be able to go to Atacama Desert in Argentina and you see the Pacific Ocean and the Atlantic Ocean, Argentina is awesome experience. And they have beautiful women. Argentinian women are beautiful. So if you want to marry in Argentina, go there. They are free to get along, to communicate, to discuss something. Adios, amigo. Buonaserato. Gracias. Arizona. Gracias, amigo. Wow. What do you say? How do you say I'll see you? Oh, Madrid. Yeah, Madrid is good. But I'll come to Madrid. I don't know when I'll come to Madrid, but if you invite me, I'll come there. Madrid, I'll come. Now, this issue of Trump, hey, my people, let's get serious. Do you see what's happening in the Middle East? Yemen war and Trump? Are you understanding what is going on there? Or you just sleeping? You can't see? We are officially in Third World War, whether you like it or not. And Third World War around this time is not whereby you expect millions of people to die. No. It's economic wars, military mightiness, showdowns, and Cold War relationships. That's exactly what is going on. Don't tell me that you're happy where you are. Momo, hello, how are you? I'm grateful to have you here. Welcome. How do you say welcome in Spanish language? Batatao. Can you tell me? Now, Trump is backing down from imposing tariffs. Now he wants to. He gave, I think, hola, amigo, adios, amigo, gracia, señorita, gracia, papa, gracia. You have to speak all the languages. If you come here and you speak French, I will speak French. Bonjour. Comment ça va bien. Merci. If you come here and speak Italian, I will speak Italian. Ciao. Mi dai sigaretta, mi dai moneta. Adios. If you come here, you speak Spanish. Hola. Gracia. Talk. Señorita. That's a Spanish language. Señorita is a woman. Expect a preponderance of positive outcomes. Make big plans. Half work, half man. I live in Japan, but I'm from Australia. Yesterday I had a friend from Australia who was on my channel, and I loved the vibe. Are you in Hiroshima, or you're in Tokyo, or where are you exactly? Or you are in a small town in Japan? Where are you exactly? We are going to talk about what's going on. And what is going on is difficult to understand. How is economy in Japan at the moment? How is economy taking in Japan? People are they managing? Because Trump culture, once you understand the way broadly, you can see it in all things. Yes. When I was a small child, my uncle used to travel to Japan for work. And the narrative he came with was, in Japan they have two cities. One is underground city, and they have another layover city on top of the other. I was astonished. I couldn't believe it. What he was talking about. That's about 30, 40 years ago. Now, I I see Momo. Tokyo. How is Tokyo today? How do you greet in Japanese language? I understand Japanese language is more like Swahili language in East Africa. They borrow each other's diatric accent, from pronunciation of the words there. That's what I came to understand. Half walk, half man. Hey, I always wanted my professional life to be an adventurous journey rather than a normal routine life. Yeah, routine life is boring. You're stationed there, it's boring. 40 years, 50 years, 60 years, you are stationed in one particular place. People want to move around. Like me, I feel like I want to travel a lot before my time is over. You encounter things, you be adventurous, you see people, you meet different cultures, and it is possible. It's very, very possible. I love Japanese culture. Once you understand the way Broadway, you can see it in all things. Japanese are very flexible people. Japanese, it is. You never understand Japanese unless you work with them. I work with the Japanese. I also try to remember that the life we complain about is only a dream to some people. Yes, it's a dream. That's a fact. Half workman. It's a dream to some other people. It's a dream. Oh, Momo, it's good but busy. Japan life is. What's the time there? I know it's very busy in Japan. People don't have time to waste. People are respective. People are so into their boundaries. They are so into themselves. And that one makes me great. When I see someone from Japan communicating with me here, I feel home. Nagasaki, Kejiro, Zinozuka. They have nice names. Kayoli, Adatse. I had one guy from. Yes, why wouldn't you want to hear a secret? Half a workman. To any undertaking, exploit your hatred of failure as an inner drive to achieve your goal. Yes, obvious. You have to exploit undertaking. Exploit your hatred of failure. Yes, 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 yes. That's inner drive to achieve your goals. Yes, you have to pick that momentum. Japan, I love. Wow. How do you greet in Japanese language? How many tribes, how many dialects do you have in Japan? Because it cannot, no, because of intermarriages and migration, it cannot not be one. There must be dialects. There must be other languages in Japan. Once you commit yourself to any undertaking, exploit your hatred of failure as an inner drive. What is an inner drive? Something that is driving you inwardly. Because most of the heartfelt, they are inward. But there must be that desire to drive you inwardly. People should understand this guy, what he is talking about. He's a motivational speaker, I think, but he seems quite intelligent when it comes to uh, trying to give an advice. Yeah, so that's the way it is. Yes, you got Aula, bro. Bear that swings. Hey, this is a bear. Do you know what this bear does? It swings. And when this bear swings, it roars. And when you have such a compliment, this breakfast show, I really appreciate people's compliments. Thank you so much, guys, for being there. Thank you for participating. Thank you for contribution. Thank you for liking the video. Thank you for commenting. I appreciate all types of comments because that is the thoughts you have in you and you want to pour it out, not for me to see, but for the public worldwide to see and understand or recognize you in a positive way or in a negative way. So it's up to you. Um, you got aura, bro. Wow. What do you mean I got aura? English, then Japanese, though. Ah, Japanese. No, they speak their own language mostly. Then we have the Japanese half drive. It's often been said that, well, tough times never last. So tough people always do. That's the Japanese. Yes, the Second World War Japanese, they lost. And they decided to be innovative. They conquered the world. World of electronics, world of innovations, automobile industry, best engineers in the world. Second from Indians, they're Japanese. They're doing great, brilliant people. Aye, Nef, did you buy XRP yet, Lo? What do you mean by XRP, bro? What's up? What's up, bro? Nef, where are you? Where are you? Where are you? You don't have charisma. Someday, those who don't believe in you today will tell boastful stories about how they first met you. You do have charisma. Yeah. If you don't have, then how will you move with this era, or in this era? Sure, depends where you are. So you must have charisma. Someday, those who don't believe in you today will tell boastful stories about how they first met you. Yes, that's a fact. That's a fact. And it's amazing to know that somebody can say that. Yeah, crypto. I'm not into crypto, bro. I'm not into crypto. May I believe in hard cash. What I count. What I count. Land, you have a house. You are abreast, man. Yes, I am. I have land. I have a let me show you my land. Let me show you something. Let me show you something. Uh, I want to. I want to show you something here. Oh, my old Mercedes Benz is there. So you can see it's beautiful. It's beautiful land in the morning. And I am like, more than, I speak more English than Japanese. Why are you running away from your diatric? Why? Why should you run away from your diatric? I would like to know why you're running away from your diatric. Because your diatric is the future. Your diatric, why is that Benz? My Benz is here, bro. My Benz is here, but it's dirty. Mm. Mm. My Benz is here. My Benz is here. It's sunny, it's beautiful, it's beautiful, it's beautiful, it's awesome. I want to say some stuff around. I like my land because I plant a lot of stuff there. You'll do well. Give enough times. Goodness always win and mediocrity always fail. Yeah. Florida is beautiful. I planted a seed there. Uh, Huffman, you'll do well. Give enough time. Definitely, you must give enough time in everything you do, in whatever you encounter. You must allocate sufficient time. And the reason why you must allocate sufficient time is because you want results. There's some investments you don't get results immediately. You have to persevere, fail, try again until you accomplish. And when that success is coming, you will not notice it. People will notice. And once they notice, they will highlight. Now, there is a graphical acceleration in his performance. This graphical change, the trajectory of flow is adjusting significantly. So they will look at it in another perspective and start now accrediting you. And that is how now they drive your inner drive. Because you see, you interpret it, then you're motivated, and then you drive on the upper hand. That is it. Uh, mediocrity. Mediocrity always fails. Yes, definitely. You have to be authentic. You have to be organic. It must be you, the real you in you, that they don't know, or you don't, even you yourself maybe you don't know, but they know and they realize this is it. Then they take it from there. Oh, you're from Florida, 2 a.m. in Florida. Yeah, it is. I hope you have a great, wonderful time there. Enjoy your times there in Florida, bro. Take care. Enjoy. Never fail. That's light. All the best things in life are on the other side of fear. all the best things in life, all the goodness of life, they are on the other side of the fear. That's a deep statement because you have to know and analyze fear. Then you go to best things. Then you add life. Then you combine the whole statement and you try to extract the logic in it, and you will see all good things. They are on the other side of the fear. That is a fact. That's a fact. Face the fear head on and defeat it. Don't let irrational fear suffocate your potential. You have to face the fear the way it is, and you should not let it suffocate. Suffocate is to submit or to, suppress, to entangle, to make you feel like, no, to stop or to, to dominate. Um, you need to face it head on because you have the potential in you and you can do much better. You can do much better. Definitely, that is how a normal human being with the faculties that are functioning, operational, should do. Time for me to go to sleep here in California. Have a great day. Sorry for the wildfires. Sorry, brother. Sorry. Great minds will always innovate. California is known of good things, despite the challenges. It's known of creating global attention. Fire engulfed the entire California. We are very sorry. We are devastated. We don't know how to reach out to you guys and just say thank you. Even to print a t-shirt and say California wildfire victims, we are sorry. People will appreciate that. They'll know somebody is there thinking about them. And I do believe time is coming for transitional, for that thing in you to be awakened and show it to the world. Have a good day, Halfman. You're a great person. Thank you for motivational speaking. I'll read your text. I'll keep them. Thank you so much. Uh, when you meet people who really want to motivate you and they're there for you, you feel encouraged. You just realize you're not wasting your time. You have a team, a group of people that want to give you, they want to give you direction. They want to give you direction. They want to encourage you, to lead you. You should not let such kind of people go away. They should always be part of you. They should always be part of you. Because you never know who will come and say what. You never know who will come and say what. So always be there to appreciate what people say. Whether it's good or bad, that is their thoughts. And we never run away from the reality. Some might be the messengers. Right now, there's this guy called Halfman. Time for me to go to sleep here in California. Have a great day. That's a generous person. It's somebody who is telling you the way it is. Momo, I speak more English than Japanese. Why? Nef, why is that Mercedes? Is here. You do have charisma. Someday, those who don't believe in you today will tell a boastful story about how they first met you. That's a wonderful statement. Where are you watching from? We would like to know what people really want. Because what I want is not what you want. And what someone else wants is not what everybody else wants. Look at the situation right now in America. Do you pray for America? Because if America falls, many economies will crumble because they are, they are attached to American economy. Yesterday I was listening to Mr. President when he was talking about energy sector, and he was saying those innovation and tech companies that want to accelerate their competitiveness, we can give them green right to generate their own electricity from the national grid because it's not stable, it's not reliable to advance their desires and what they want to do. And I was like, Mr. Trump, you want to privatize national energy distribution and production to that extent whereby even the tech companies that are in a position to drive the world economy can produce their own energy because it's a valued asset. I was like, what a liberal idea is that? I didn't know. I didn't know that he had seen where the competitive market is from China in terms of energy stability, production, distribution, reliability. He had seen far. And now he realized American government right now, instead of building energy production capacity levels, it decided to build military armaments and foreign policy that's not working. Now, his presidency, he said, we will allow tech companies to generate or to build their own power generating industries because artificial intelligence technology requires stable and consistent power production. And I was like, oh, Mr. President, who awakened you to this level? Because what you're talking about, Mr. President, is something that is long awaited and it's overdue. When you allow private sector to generate their own electricity, whether may it be hydro, nuclear, solar, whatever it is, now you're giving them capacity to grow independently. Then you tax them. They're creating jobs. They're giving back revenue, great revenue that is needed. Is it the time you realize is the right time to do this? China did it 20 years, 15 years ago. Now China, they're not now talking about energy crisis or how to generate more energy. They're talking about how to take over the global market interest, which is artificial intelligence technologies, automotive industry conversion to EVs, electric vehicles, how to create independent satellite and state communication without interfering with Americans and Russians. So that's a deep thought, and it's not going well with everybody. Some people are stuck with this notion. How will he manage to do this? What's the future? It's never too late. Mr. President is doing the right thing as we speak right now. Mr. President is trying all his best to see what went wrong. Why is America giving out so much money? Who is benefiting? What is the economic benefit of America to give money out and expect nothing in return? Where did we go wrong? Why this state? Then why do we preach? Why do we preach of superpower capabilities, and yet we are not accountable? Our financial management system is not accountable. You know, there he has a logic, and I really appreciate what he was talking about because He really meant business. If there is a debate you cannot win, is arguing with Trump, especially business practicalities. You're gonna go down. He got the upper hand because, despite being the president, he has business skills. Not only for management, he also knows how to go about profit and loss. He knows how to go about acquiring assets. You know, in terms of diplomacy, he might be harsh or somehow rude because he needs to be cautious there. But you not tell him anything. What will you tell him? What he is doing is what he did to run his empire. And he has set a good example. It's not that he is there to steal American money, American people's wealth or taxpayers' money. No. He wants everything to come back home. He wants a strong economy where America will be excluded from being labeled as a country that has failed. And that is exactly what he's doing. Whether you like it or not. You can be aggressive, you can talk, you can do whatever you want to talk, you can say anything. But he's there. He's there. Trump is there. You will never change him. You have to adapt to what he's talking about because he's trying to bring the best interest of the country home. He's tired of this narrative of money must get out of America. Money must come back to America. And that is exactly what Mr. President is trying to do. Red girl said hi. Hey, red girl, where are you? You seem quite interesting. I see you have a Jamaican flag and a picture of Bob Marley on your profile. That's a big topic. Caribbean vibe. And then you are red. And then you say hi. I say hi too because I'm wearing red too. You see my beanie is having red color. So, do you know I'm watching myself? Let me show you I'm watching myself. Mm. Where are we? We are talking about breakfast show morning hours. And the topic of the day is tariffs are hitting everybody. And yesterday, Trump said he freezes the implementation of tariffs for the next 90 days after losing $11 trillion worth of stock in New York stock market. Worldwide confusion created. Now, many countries are begging to go to White House to negotiate about the tariffs. American companies, tech companies were given a chance to generate their own power after realizing China is ahead because of power stability, and AI is a future of fourth generation drive model. So, if we don't stabilize power production, and if the government is not in capacity to do that, we have to give the private sector a chance. Are you understanding? So they can develop systems of power distribution, power production that will make America to catch up with China. It's too late. It's too late, Mr. President. But thank you for that innovation. Thank you for that opportunity. Uh, where are we? Your contribution matters a lot, and I would like to know what you have to say. Because it's like now, you are making Trump feel so special. Right now, he's boasting of, oh, they want to come to White House to negotiate. You cannot negotiate with a successful businessman who wants to turn the American economy into his company model. He has already succeeded, that guy. He's not looking for money. He's not borrowing ideas on how to build economy. He got them. He did it. He has empire businesses. And I'm not only talking about having big businesses in America. He got businesses in UK. He got businesses in Middle East. He got businesses in Eastern Asia. So he is not borrowing the ideas on how to run the market. No, he knows what needs to be done to make America great. You know, when you produce everything, you consume everything, your GDP goes up. But when you print so much money, you tax more, then you import everything, that means the dollar is going away. So you have to keep on printing because you have to keep on importing and importing and importing. So you don't know how much money is in the world in terms of dollar currency because you don't. The only way you can check on that is to contain it. You contain it because when the dollar goes out, then people multiply with their currency. It becomes more money. Then they be able to develop themselves. But when you retain it in America, and you make it very difficult for money to come out of America to go to other places unnecessary, definitely you retain the GDP. It will take time, but I think he's right. Mr. President is very right. That is my fair comment. And nobody can change my statement. Unless you contribute, you tell me also what you think. Let's see what's going to happen to those minor economies that are planning to go to White House. You want to go to White House? What do you want to go and tell Mr. President? I come from Africa. My economy is doing bad. Since you imposed tariffs, we are unable to make corruption better. We want more funds. You tell Trump? You want money? Must be sick in the head. The way he is making America greater is the same way he should make Africa greater. It's the same way he should make Middle East greater. It's the same way he should make Europe greater. If Netanyahu went to meet Trump to discuss tariffs, and Trump in Oval Office in front of world media, he said, let's not talk about the tariffs. I'm not waiving Israel from tariffs. I want 16%. Bibi was like, what? I never came here to discuss about war in Gaza. I give you Gaza, you can take it and build it, make it American Riviera. People can come for holidays there. Me, I want exemption from the tariffs. My economy is very small and I'm importing almost everything. Mr. President, Mr. Prime Minister, I'm very sorry. Tariffs are for everybody because I want to make America great. That is it. That's the way it is. Even Zimbabwe in Africa, it doesn't print dollar, but it is waiting for the dollar to come in so it can use it to build its economy. Do you know how hard it is? You are not exporting much because of sanctions, but you expect the dollar to come in order for it to build the economy. They have done it for the last 20 years. I want a Zimbabwean person to come on board and explain this to me. How they have managed to survive sanctions, wait for the dollar to be shipped in, they tax it, they build the economy in Africa. Because if you go to Zimbabwe, people are still building new houses. People are still building roads. Government is building roads. People are still buying cars. There's some people who are telling me I can't leave Zimbabwe. No, I love it where it is. And they're making money. Black market is booming. Hmm? Are you getting me? Trump's presidency is transactional. Trump's presidency is unilateral and bilateral to some extent. Trump's presidency is for transition. Where things went wrong, how America is affected. If all this continues to go like this, there are some countries will not survive. There are some countries will not survive because you have to access the dollar. Then in your reserve, you print money to buy the dollar in order for you to be able to afford to buy energy from Middle East to run your economy. Do you see how difficult that thing is? Do you see how difficult that thing is? And the oil you're buying, you're not buying it in dirham, you're not buying it in real, you're not buying it in naira, you're buying it in dollars. So you have to look for dollar. Then you go to buy oil. And the dollar, it has the owner. And the owner is calling it home, saying, I put tariffs. So you'll not be able to make money. The only person who will make money is the America. Because even that oil in the Middle East, who is mining oil in the Middle East? The American companies. There's no Arab company mining oil in the Middle East. You mine with what? And you mine with what, you know, infrastructure, skills, experience, market too. You know, it's chaotic. Unless now you guys will tell me, what is your opinion? What do you think? Where do we go from here? China was hit with 127% tariff by Trump administration. Will you be able to buy, will you be able to go to clothes store and buy clothes cheaper in the US? That watch, alarm clock, electronics gadget, the TV is made in China. Don't lie to me, it's made in America. The phones, designed in America, manufactured in China, patent right. Will you be able to buy it anymore? Me, I would like to know what's going to happen eventually about this China and America war. Because 2008, when the Great Recession came, George Bush didn't know what to do because he couldn't print money. Now what he did, if I remember very well, I was not that brilliant, but I used to know one, two, three things. They borrowed Chinese, all the dollars they had, to buy American debts. What did they know? 15 years later, there will be trade wars. America is still paying Chinese debt. They borrowed, I think, 2 trillion. That's why Chinese can come to America, do small businesses, open those stores, because it's part of collateral agreements on condition for the money to come out of Chinese treasury in terms of dollars to go back to America. That time America was busy with the Afghanistan war. They spent 2 trillion US dollars there. Now American debt is starting at 32 trillion. That's huge. It is owing who? private entities. It is owing who? Multinational companies, defense companies. It's owing who? Political class. So what are we doing? Today, this morning, I was watching CNN and I listened to the Quest. He was being interviewed by one of the CNN morning news presenter, and it was crazy debate because Quest say the market resumed today. Nasdaq, Dow Jones, S&P, they all gained immediately after Trump post 90 days tariff war endorsement. And I was like, hey, so tariffs are blocking people. People want to move in to the US market right now because the tariffs are post. Buy a lot of stock, buy dollars, you know, do a lot of trade, import a lot. So when the tariffs war resumes after 90 days, they can be able to move for a whole year without disruption in supply chain. That is it. So by the time the market stabilizes, then Trump will cap again, like a tap water. He'll cap the dollar flow and retain it in America. So only the wealthiest will be able to do business because your overdraft is saying a lot there. You can access money as much as you want, you know. Well, the class will do business with you. I don't know what about you, where you'll be, what will happen. Are you prepared? Sometimes I talk, you just look and you don't say anything. You make me wonder, why should I talk more? And you respond less. Because we are talking about economy because this is what is affecting all of us, wherever you are, whatever you're doing. Tireless water, great mind. Let me see what is 74. So, are you getting me? Someone called, what's up, man? Hey, dear, where did you go, Shuri? Where did you go? Giancarlo, where did you go? What's up, man? Where's Geoffrey? He was looking for you. I don't know where he is. Just keeping on coming here. Crying for you. Where did you go? You need to reach out to him. How is Italy this morning? I hope you're doing great. How is Trump tariff affecting you? It's a serious story. We are talking about economy here today. But I want to shift the interest from that topic. I want to talk about something else because we have to talk about one, two, three things at the same time. So, what were you doing? How are you? I'm good. Ciao, ciao. What were you doing? What were you doing, Carlo? I'd like to know what you were doing. Me, I'm always here. You always find me here. I'm doing fine. Nice denim. Life is not easy. You have to catch up where you're lost. Life is not designed to be consistent. Oh yeah, it's nice. It's a jeans. It's a jeans wear. It's a jeans wear. It's a jeans wear. I like it for cold weather. Look, you see, it has a woolen lining inside. Thank you so much for compliments. Yeah, I wear it when it's cold. It has a zip. It's a great one. It's a nice one. So, representing. What am I representing now? You have started. What do you want me to represent? No, you're not the only one here. You're not the only one here. There are many. They are coming and going. There are many. They're coming and going. Hmm? Let me see what's going on here. Am I the only one here? You're not the only one here. Tyrese Walter. Hi, Breg. Oh, Giancarlo. Hello, Tyrese. Ah, okay. Where's Geoff? Guy is clever. Tyrese Walter. Guy is clever. Who is clever? Tyrese Walter Feds. What are you talking about? Make me understand your statement. Then we flow. Okay. What can I do? What can I say? I have a lot in my mind. My mind is spinning, trying to figure out what are we going to do? What next? Because yeah, I would not be surprised if Geoff is intertwined with the fence. No, that's a jailbird. Why never mind tidies? I don't know what they're talking about. Streaming podcast is for anyone who is willing to do that. Whether feds or whatever. Gas, what's up? Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. I say good morning. Are you enjoying? I sus- Do you know Jeff Tyrese? I suspect you do. No. Who? Hell no. Jeff helped build this channel. How did Jeff help build the channel? Caro, this channel was existing. No, no. I didn't know that. Some of the topics I pick are very intelligent topics. And that's why somebody can say my channel is boring. Because I pick topics that are affecting the society in economics, social class, culture, investment, innovations. I pick a topic and then I work on it. So before I come here, I work on the topic. That's why any topic I pick, I resonate with my intelligence and my IQ. How will it respond to the society? Right now, we cannot talk about anything else apart from Trump administration and the war on tariffs, the trade war, because that thing is affecting everybody. Is affecting your investment, is affecting where you have invested, real estate, banking, production, manufacturing, because you're totally dependent on China, especially if you are in America. There's nothing made in America anymore. It's China. It's America. Yes, it's the dollar. But products, China. Consumer market, America. Tariffs, pop. Who owns companies in China? Subsidiaries of Americans. They're Americans too. Foxconn, they make motherboards. iPhone, designed in China. Patent rights, American. So, what are we doing here? Let's call a spade and never deny that fact. That is the way it is. In one way or the other, if you're in trading, entrepreneurship, you'll come into contact with the American dollar. In your consumer environment, you must have, in one way or the other, something Chinese. Before it reaches you, it must go through the dollar. So, how? Why can't we talk about it? We have to talk about it. Bro, when we forever sleep, none of that matters. Look more towards what is beyond and closest to you. Caro, who is denying that we will forever sleep? It will happen. That's a fact. But we're in the world of living right now. We're in the world of living right now. We are not in the other world for now. We are here. So we have to talk about here for now to make life better for the generations that are after us, to find better environment to live in. That's the way it is. Why are you saying Geoffrey would beg otherwise? You're trying to create conversation here, but he doesn't matter a lot to me. No, he's just a follower who likes some of the things we talk about here. But the problem with them is some of the things they talk about there, I'm not into. We are here for that. So subject yourself to stress, debate, and arguments during your short time here. Yes. How do you create crisis? How do you create solutions? We have children that are after us. We have families that are looking upon us. So you should not stress yourself because you have less time here on earth. When you pour out wisdom and you are hit with stupidity, You don't argue anymore. You focus on wisdom. He who is wise enough will figure it out, will deliberate on matters at hand. You talk about enlightenment, not in an entitled perspective. No. Right now, when you talk about certain things, you talk about them because either you have knowledge or you want people to talk about them back. You necessarily don't defend yourself. You leverage on the majority interest. Today make life very difficult for people. There'll be an uprise. That doesn't mean because we are here for a short time we can't uprise. We will. We will. It doesn't mean that is what you say is stupid. I get you. I get you. But now, uh, I wonder whether someone who is in a very remote village where there is no grid connection is understanding what is happening in the world. No, it doesn't. Very few. We're not here to suppress. We are here to deliberate what should be done. Caro, I've not spoken on my subjects. Therefore, I don't speak for the majority or the minority. So where are you? Are you in the skin or you're inside? Bro, when forever sleep, none of that matters. Okay. So where are we? You're neutral. Okay. That's good. Okay. It's good to be neutral. It's your choice. It's a good choice. Because when you're neutral, you don't have to fight back the outcomes. You just be neutral and then everything cools down. And you'll never be blamed for anything. I never slept well. Yo, I want to finish this podcast so that I can go and sleep. I didn't sleep well and I was working, a lot online and it's affecting me. So I have to find out what next. War is created by division. Okay, so we unite, linked in, and all can work as one. You think that can work? Can that happen? Jim Bogini, how are you, sir? Are you great this morning? Or this night? Where are you? Titus water, guys, Trump war. Crazy. Nope. What do you mean? Yeah, we can work in one as one because we all have. Yeah, it's a never repeating cycle. We can't. Sometimes we go consistently, we agree on something. Then another time comes, we are horrible, greedy, selfishness, division comes in. I'm doing great, Jim. What about you? This morning, Trump hit China with 127 tariff increase. China retaliated with the 87% tariff increase. American companies are having patent right to do manufacturing and create work and jobs and build revenue in China. What are we talking about? Where are we? American market is 100% Chinese driven in consumer, retail market, households, everything, apart from tech companies. So what is the future with Trump? Yes, we support it without dismay. That's a fact. But how do we get out of it? How can we get out of it? How can we get out of it? I'm doing great, Jim. How are you? Are you good this morning? How we try to talk against it, but we only support it without dismay. Yeah, we try to talk about it. People are debating, they're talking more and more and more, and more about these issues, but they keep on rising, coming up. So what do we do? What do we do? Have we failed as humans? So we need animals to take over or what? But not dominion was not given to them, it was given to us, to human beings. Grander topics. That's your interest. That's your interest. That's not my interest. My interest is current affairs at the moment because current affairs drives the demand according to algorithm up. Those grander topics, social whatever, weird topics, yes, they drive arguments. But that's what I want. I want arguments because I want more. I want what is provoking. I want what is creating debate, what is creating crisis. Arguments, yeah, they are wars, but in the process of that war, you build the channel. React. What about these people who are doing reaction videos? It's the same thing. Hey, Caro, you're my favorite. I like you. I like the way you debate. I like the way you respond. Arguments, arguments. Yeah. So the crisis you create, though, what is acceptable? No, what is not acceptable? But if it happens to, America cannot keep ignoring the elephant in the room. We are in debt, and it's growing every year. To do nothing would be a certain disaster. That's a fact. The biggest mistake was made, I think, in the times of who introduced United States International Aid Agency departments in early 60s. America was so rich. It's a superpower. It must give out donations and mushrooming of entities that created NGOs worldwide, people getting rich overnight because of this American dollar being ditched everywhere. you know, the root cause of that debt is political decisions of the past regimes, past leaders. And if Trump, he saw there's a problem here, we have to deal with it or we mess it up. He realized all this money, especially in the USAID, is going to African nations. It's not even well accounted for. Those small micro NGOs there, they are running clinics that are doing the eye screening, malnutrition, vaccines, vaccinations in the rural part of Africa, rural part of Asia. They can't be able to go to the terrain mountains. Those people are so poor. They are proposing to buy land cruisers. They are proposing to buy helicopters. All that is USAID money. Then inflated cost of supply and chain management. Now Trump, he categorically stated per country, this is how much was going there. And there was no accountability for years. So who was pocketing this money? Conspiracy. Now you want to make things straight. Hey, I'm worried too, but we can't just ignore this anymore. We can't. Jim, we are under siege. $2 trillion was wasted in Afghanistan, chasing a boy, a man with faith of an AK-47, herding cattle in the mountains, throwing bombs worth 100-something million, bank buster, to destroy the network of caves there and gain nothing. America lost big time. Taliban, they knew if they drag America to this war for 20 years, they'll be broke. They kept on borrowing and borrowing and borrowing to fund the war. Where are we? I'm well traveled. Where have you gone? Me, I've also traveled. I've visited more than, I think, 50 countries. 50 countries. Not travel and in transit. Travel and stay. 1 month, 3 weeks. And interacting socially to see what's going on. Okay, where have you been? I've been to Africa. I've been to Asia. I've been to Middle East. I've been to Europe and North America. So, when I decide now I want to do podcast, is to tell narratives, nothing else. Sometimes, because you don't have a choice but to talk. Yeah, you have to benefit yourself. Okay, so even Trump want to benefit himself, or what do you mean? You say it's a very big scam. Money was routed from U.S. government for years to run this deliberately. Now, to get to the bottom of this sinking hole, you need to do away with the whole entire system. Okay, but he's a good deal maker at the moment. Me, I don't fear talking about Trump. I love his idea. I, I love his business mentality in presidency, because that's what is migrating from business entities to presidency with, and try to see if this can work. Yeah, it's gonna work. He's a setting good example. He did it. He turned around properties that were devalued to variable properties in his career. So he can turn the American economy into what everybody wants. Because when the dollar is strong, uh, the demand is high and supply is low. So if you get it, work hard for the poor is democratic value. That is in a democratic, environment. But now, his company has an annual revenue stream of, yes, he has turned things around for himself. So he used to buy the bad assets. If you know his history, look at Trump's Tower, where it is built. Do you know the history of that thing? He had to negotiate with the banks. He had to negotiate with the mayor of the city to buy the bad debt and prove beyond reasonable doubt he would turn it around. Look at what happened there. Look at what he did in Scotland when he was building the golf course there. Yes, he succeeded. And no, I'm not victimizing him. I'm not saying that he's not the kind of the guy who should not run our economy. He should. He is in a better position. When he says stopping migration down South Mexico and now he's busy trying to deploy Marines there, it's because he wants seriousness. Me, whether he's racist or not, I'm melanin, I don't care. But when I see accountability and stiff leadership, I appreciate. Right now, nobody is crossing Mexican border. It's less than 500 people who are managing to pass through. unnoticed. Not like before, thousands. Even the non-governmental organization, they were making so much money, claiming money from federal government. You know, we want to run these camps because it's money-making machines. Because the government was giving them money to run those infrastructures. Now they are all shut down in California. In Tijuana, Mexico, you know, people are stuck. You know, nobody is jumping. He's not saying that you should not come to America, but come in a rigid way. Within 90 days, he has, oh, look at what he has achieved. Who can achieve that? Business idea turned into presidency. That means there's profit. He can go for what is not right. Why do you think he's hitting China with a 127% tariff? You yourself in your house, look around you. Everything you have there is Chinese. Made in China. Everything made in China. Even the brush to sweep, made in China. For instance, I'm here outside my corridor. You see a brush like this. Go to YouTube or you go to that website, they call it Made in China. You Google for the machine to make this brush. You'll be surprised. And you can't import it. And you have affordable energy. You do this work in your own country. You have to wait for somebody, for a Chinese man, not even an American man, not even an African man, a Chinese man to come to America, register a company, and import these brushes from Guangzhou and do retailing in your neighborhood. You must be dummy. Made in China. Silence. Made in China. I want to show you. Made in China. Laptop. Made in China. I have some stuff here. This is router. Made in China. Even the toys. Made in China. And then you tell me to come here and then talk narratives. Narratives. Which narratives am I talking about? It's a serious debate. Why did we go wrong? How did China become manufacturing powerhouse, global powerhouse? Not even Eastern powerhouse, global powerhouse. Everything, even this, made in China. That is Trump is not a felon. That was purely political, and I reject it. He was not a felon. He wasn't. When he goes into office, unlike most presidents, walk on justifying his words. Yes. Now is the time for me to answer the messages. You know, I wait for the messages to flow. Then I debate first, and then I go to the comments. I almost would not disagree about what you are saying. That things you own are made in China. It's made in China. Carol, it's made in China. Even this for the mining companies where I've been working, these jerseys, if you look at the tag here, China, U.S. Marine uniforms, from feds to CIA, Marines, Air Force, Army, everything is made in China. The gears, all the gears. The only thing the government cannot allow to be made in China is pharmaceutical. No, medicine. Yeah, I have never seen a Chinese company doing medicine or whatever. I've never. But the gears, made in China. The machinery, in the ward, in the ICU, in the theater, made in China. Yes, if China submits, it's a big win for the world. But it can't submit. If it loses US market, it will flood other parts of the world with its supply chain. American market was helping China to get the dollar, convert it into the local currency, and build what it is today. Now, because it's going to be very expensive to do business in America, they'll look for Europe or other strong currencies, particularly from the countries that are having energy, petroleum, oil, minerals. That's where they're going to tag their income from. My grandma still has numerous items from the 50s and 60s that are made in the US and exist still. Yes, even made in Germany, made in UK, because there was standards. In China, what they are producing, there's no standard, and then they are corrupting their way into foreign markets. That's what it is. See, sell for a shit ton of money in auction. Yes, because they are antiques. They are antiques. They have more copper, more gold, more silver, more precious metals. Because that time quality was. Yes, we agree that most things are made in China. However, the quality is tried for the price. Yeah, yeah. Don't. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Jim, help me. What do you think we want to go into bed with Ukraine? War in Ukraine is a big debate. It's a debate. If we start, we won't finish. Ukraine, one thing, it's the largest country in Eastern Europe. If you don't know, I know about Ukraine. I know a lot of things. Ukraine, in terms of culture, they are one people with Russia. They are called Slovak people. So, ideology in Moscow, you can't arm my people to fight me in my own land. That's first ideology. Second ideology, Ukraine is worth more than 10 trillion worth of rare earth metals and mined untouched because of corruption and lack of good governance there. And most of these minerals, they are not in western Ukraine, they are in eastern Ukraine. Mariupol, Odessa, you know, Donetsk, Luhansk, and Putin has already taken those areas. Most 70% of the rare earth metals, they are in eastern Ukraine, not in western Ukraine. 90% of Ukraine land is arable. So wheat and corn, that is distributed at subsidy prices to the west and part of Africa, is coming from Ukraine. And now, why is America being defeated in Ukraine? And all the depleted and ramshackled, wasted Western arms are paraded in Moscow, military parade, Abraham tanks, Patriot defense systems, F-16 jets, You can't fight for resources with borrowed resources. You can't go to war with borrowed petrol, borrowed logistics, borrowed ammunitions. And the person you're fighting is producing, is owning everything, is not buying energy, is not outsourcing soldiers, is not outsourcing expertise. They have everything. You have to negotiate. Otherwise, you keep on running to White House to borrow money. And you are corrupt, you're not accountable. I don't want to talk about that war in Ukraine. It's, since that war started, there's some, do you know the African economy, how it is designed? That's why it's non-alignment. Neither West nor East are not, they are not supporting anyone. They are not supporting anybody because wheat and corn in North Africa comes from Ukraine at subsidy prices. Since the war started there, that's why the North African presidents, they had to rush to Ukraine, please. They had to rush to Moscow because the hunger for cheap goods, particularly food, in North Africa became unbearable. Became unbearable. I don't know whether you know these things. That is why the president is saying, you want our military arsenals, we will limit, but we will give you. But what are you going to give us back? We want the minerals. We want the minerals. That war can never end. It can never end. And even if you give Americans the minerals, they'll never mine those minerals there because Russians will not allow. How can you borrow money for other countries, surely? Where is it coming from? Have you gone to Kingston? Have you gone to Philadelphia? You see homelessness. Have you gone to California, Oakland? Have you gone to these places? Have you gone to Inglewood? Have you gone to, Atlanta, Georgia? Have you been to New York City? Homelessness, people losing homes, investments, sleeping on the street. A full mathematics professor is not accredited to own any home because, the IRS victimized him. He's a felon. You don't. I ran a marathon through Inglewood. There are so many Italians in America. There's no need for American dollar to be given out without a trade deal. It's not making sense. For him, Trump is doing the right thing for his people. It's damaged. It's damaged. There's so much money unaccounted for. Printed in America, given by American government, zero returns. Yes, you put your one nation's, you know, and try to repair our country. Bring back money to America. Yes, of course, put one's nation first. Yeah, that is it. That is it. Let's not even debate about war in Ukraine because that war will never end. That war will never end. It's a war that the West must accept. We have to negotiate ceasefire. You want Germans to sanction Russia, and 99.9% of Germany economy is totally dependent on Russian energy sector. How can that be? They'll preach water and they're drinking wine under the cover. That's why Germany will join the sanction, but they're importing oil and gas under cover. Because you have 100 trucks coming from Russia going to Germany. They're in transit to the country that did not impose sanction to Russia. No, it's their consumption. Carol, are you married? What are you talking about? Why? How old are you? How old are you? Forty-one. Hey, 41, you must be young. I have a daughter and hope for the best for her future. Yeah, 41. 41 must be young. I'm turning 47 soon. Oh, big money indeed, Tyrese. Why would be involved? No pain, no gain. Caro, what do you do? You're of Italian decency background. So what do you do there? So does America have to rescue everyone? Why are we center stage? It's an illusion to be center stage. It's an illusion. That's an illusion. It must rescue everyone because of hypocrisy and narrative driven by superiority, which doesn't work like that. Even a rich man cannot just be dishing money out everywhere, anyhow, when we try to help him. It's a very big problem. It's a political staged. It's politically staged. It's politically, it's politically staged. You have email address, Carol. Maybe somebody somebody can email you privately. I'm worried about the future of. Why are you bringing the issue of Jeff here? We are done. We are done. Why do you think he is still dope? You can not bring him up. Who? We are blogging here, so where do we go from here? Hmm. Hmm. Really? Prove to me. Prove. I'm waiting. Yeah. Yeah. Respect. Respect. Respect is everything. Respect makes an achievable and attainable goals attainable. No. Are you looking for a side talk or what? What are you looking for? Jazz? I don't understand. Hey, ish, it's 1.5 hours podcast. Yo, can I go now? I think it's better that way. Is it better that way? I just wanted to have this conversation. I want to wind up. Let's talk. Let's finish. Let's finalize on this topic because it's a bit wide. And it's taking so much energy. Being here for 1 hour plus is not an easy thing. Raising topics, talking about this, talking about that, having people together. Guys, enjoy the day. I'm writing up the topic. Have a good time. We'll connect next.